Hello and welcome back. In this video we'll be discussing about the class object attributes and methods, right? So we have already discussed what a class is and what an object is, but now we are going to discuss something that is a part of these classes and objects. Those are attributes and methods, right? So I've created this new program and I will create a class, right? So I will create a class, let's say person, right? So what are all the attributes of a person? So a person can have a name, age, address, and all those kinds of information, right? So we are going to give some attributes to this class. Let's say name is equal to my name. I'll give my name as Vidyadharan. Yeah, so the next thing would be, let's say, age is equal to, let's say, 45. That is not my age. And what is the next thing? Let's say address is equal to New York City, right, in Times Square. Yes, so Times Square, New York City. So this is the address, and what I'm going to do is, so what I've done here is I've created a class with 3 different attributes, right? So the variables that are defined inside a class is called an attribute, and if you're going to define any kind of a function inside a class, then it is called as an method, right? So this is an attribute and I'll define a method here. So let's say define so what does a person do? Work, right? So define work as let's say when we have the person works at Young Rocket as an instructor, right? So this would be the method that we are going to give. And so what if we have all these attributes, right? So there is something that we need to know when you're using classes and objects, is that there are some methods that help us to change the attribute of a person, right? For example, if there is this class person and I want to change this age, let's say instead of 45 I need like 30. So there is something called set attribute method, right? So the syntax is set attr open brackets, and inside that we write the object, that is the class name, and the name of the attribute which you want to change, so that is age, and what would you want the value to be? Let's say 20, right? Oh my god, I put 200. Okay, and now I want to print, let's say, person dot age, right? So okay, first I'll do this, I'll change, and then we'll see if we are able to see the change, right? So that makes better sense. So yes, first is 45 and I've changed the attribute. Now the answer is 20. So this is how set attribute method works, right? So there is one more method called get attribute, right? So how this works is very similar to that of set attribute. So you give the object name, right, person, comma, the name of the attribute that you want, let's say age, or no, let's say address, right? So I want my address, and let's save this, clear the output, and let's run this. Okay, I need to print this. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, so I have my address here, Times Square, New York City. So now I hope you understood what a class is, right? So inside a class we have attributes and methods, and the attributes can be accessed using the get attribute method, and they can be changed using the set attribute method, and the methods also can be used inside a class, right? So for example, if I want to know the person's work, so person dot work, okay, so I'll go to the output, I'll clear the output, I'll run it again. Okay, so the problem here is I haven't defined my object here. So let's say p1 is my object, is person, right? And now I can use my function p1 dot, I have work here, so I'll call that. I'll save this, clear the output and run it again. Okay, so the problem here is I have not given initialization for this class. Okay, so the problem here is I'm trying to use this, but there's a hidden argument that is already there, which is the self argument, right? So I need to give that in work. So because I'm using the object to call it, yes, we have the answer here, young rocket instructor, right? So this is how you access attributes and the methods of a class, right? So thank you so much for watching, and we'll meet in the next video.